Welcome back to our vintage playthrough. We are continuing our harvest here on our grass field. We found out if we drive on the spot here that's already, well, I should say not cut, we get a little faster speed. That might help. We'll try to use these GPS lines here as well to make this easier. I did have a suggestion on the first episode to try to do as much as we can in first person, and then when we do like time lapses, then we could do third person, which makes sense because when you're going fast like that. Let's try this side here, I guess. How good this will work. When you're doing time lapses, you're going to want to have a zoomed out angle so you can so it doesn't get everybody dizzy. I think it's a good idea to try to do some first-person action. I could probably do it without the GPS here, but it would look better, but at the same time, it's going to make it a lot easier to do our work. We'll give it a shot, I think, like this. I think we're going to probably try to upgrade to a decent tractor. There is a nice International I was looking at that would be nice to get. That'll be in due time, of course. Yeah, this is... We weren't cut quite right. Even if we just use the lines here as a visual aid without even locking, we could go like this. This would make it easier too. Yeah, so we'll get this cut. I think what we're going to do with this field is we're going to go and make hay out of it. So that means we're going to have to ted it, dry it, and then we're going to have to get it raked, which we do have a small rake, and then we'll get it baled. So we got quite a bit of work to do with that. And then this month also, we remember we're in 2-day months. We got to get our corn planting going as well. But we still, like I said, got another day to do that. We just got to enjoy the process. Yeah, I think this field's also going to need some lime. Let's pick up our thing there, our sickle here. Be a good idea to get some lime on this field, I think, so we could get bigger yield, of course. Okay, we'll try this now. We're probably going to want to upgrade this grass cutter pretty quick, too. Alright, swinging the last little bit. It helps if we shut the PTO off. Then we can actually drive faster. If I remember right, I think we're actually underpowered for this cutter, which is insane because it's just a sickle. Why would it require so much power? Alright, let's take a look. Hold her up. Yeah, so the power requirements, let's see here. 60 required. And this is 71, so it should be fine, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, that wouldn't go as well as it should have, but nonetheless, we got her done. We'll run back to the farm here, and then we'll get the header. We can get it dried. We could feed up some silage bales as well, but maybe next year we'll just sell those. Make some room here because we're going to have to get the combine out too. before too long. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll grab the tedder. What was the requirement on the tedder? 30. So we could actually maybe use the A on that. This one is 34. Let's see if it can handle it without tipping back on us. And we can change it up and use some different equipment. Oh, looks like it should. Get it out here. Yeah, I think it should be able to. Nice. We'll get some use out of that tractor yet. But we are going to have to plant corn. Here's our planter. Does it have any seed in it? I don't know if it does. Yeah, 350. I don't see a working power requirement on this. So we might just use the Deutz on there. Just get this out of the way and then we may hand it off to some workers. Probably hand the worker off on the raking, but we'll do a little bit of it ourselves. Here we go. Our first spring on the map, too. Okay, it's on the folder. This should go fairly well. Put in a steering assist. If it comes up. There we go. Here we go. We're doing some drying. It's gonna go quite fast, actually. We got a very good working speed on this. I might actually take the brush and go around this field just a little bit. Give it a little border. Otherwise, we're getting so close to everything. You can definitely see the difference with the dried versus the wet stuff. This is going to take us no time flat, actually. This tractor's a lot quieter, too. Yeah, we'll get these pressed in the bales. I wonder how much bales you think we'll get. Trying to think if I had to guess. Never really good at guessing. Yeah, we got some in the pasture over there. We got so close. I'll make that border a little bit thicker. Because we'll kind of get an idea here too how crazy we want to go selling bales if we're not going to be getting that many. Although we can do multiple harvests, remember. We'll go backwards on this one. I'm going to actually slow it down a little bit. And then we'll set the cruise. Excellent! Got ourselves a nice little job here. Alright, hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go. We are nearly finished. That was actually a more pleasant job than the cutting. probably going to want to, like I said, find a different cutter because it's just going to be too painful doing that. That sickle machine, it just does not run good. Maybe we could, well, their power requirements are pretty big on that. I was going to say maybe we could try it on this tractor. Or we could try it on the 710 too. Maybe that would work a little bit better. That Deutz was not having it. Okay, we'll run back to the farm. We'll get the rake. We'll get a little start on that. We'll see how it goes. I think... it'd be nice to hand it off, but I'm trying to think of how good that would work. I guess we'll see what the default GPS is and then kind of go from there. I'm not absolutely sure of the power requirement on that either. Should be fairly low. It's just a rake. There we go. Okay. So yeah, our ancient rake is over here on the left by our beehives. It was in the intro video. I thought it was a very nice shot with the sun and the old schoolness of it here. Yeah, let's check the power requirement on that real quick. So it's going to be 20, yeah, so hardly any at all. So this should work fairly well. We'll have to rake one side one way and then the other side the other way. We'll get a nice windrow. And then we can come by with a baler and hit her. Maybe this will go better than the heading, but I doubt it. Yeah, so I think... do we got work direction on this? We can move it in and out, but I don't see any work direction. And I don't think we're going to get our lines set up when we're this far out of the area. So more or less, if we just kind of run the tires, I think we're we got a little bit out of the tire, but if we be safe, we'll just kind of run right on the end of it here. Probably gonna miss a little bit right here. We don't. Looks like we got a decent windrow already. Oh, that rain is coming in. I guess it's a good thing we got our harvest in. But if it was raining in real life, we would not be able to bale. A work speed of 9 miles an hour. We make some good time with this. So far, our cutting was the slowest. I have to get it right up against the fence here too to make sure. Hopefully we can get it out of the pen. 'Cause there's a lot that went in by the cows. Great if they would eat it. I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, it might work. Looks like it might do the trick. If it was real life, we'd hit the fence and it would rip it down. Okay. We are once around here. So then what we'll have to do here is if we go the other direction. Tractor's getting wet now. We're getting wet. We should probably put on something more appropriate. We got our rain jacket. And then we'll put on some rain pants. We got our rubber boots. Gloves, our rubber gloves as well. And a hat. We need a hat for the rain. It looks like our head's gonna get soaked no matter what. We'll use the cowboy hat. It's probably our best option. So this, now if we bring that out as far as we can, we should be able to, if we ride the tire right against the bottom of that hump, I think that will be the best. That's a big windrow. I hope our baler can handle it. It's an old baler. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll carry on here. Okay, we have successfully raked in the rain. And it is ready to bale. I think what we'll do is we'll wait on the baling. And then we'll just, we gotta get going on our planting. Well, that's gonna be tough too. Let me check the ground state on this grass. So yeah, we got pH bad, nitrogen. Well, nitrogen's bad as well. We could get some fertilizer on here. We should pick up some of that manure anyway in that other field, but we don't want to destroy our crop either. Otherwise, we do have slurry we could use. We'll see how muddy our road is now that it's been raining quite a while. Probably find a better spot for this rake eventually. Something that might work. But for now, we'll just put it back where it was. Got some honey on the way. That should sell for a nice price. Okay. So, we need to do some planting. I think what we're going to use is the... We'll use the 710 for that. We can change it up once again. Kind of nice we have 3 different tractors to choose from. But if it doesn't handle it, hoping it handles it, we'll come back and get the Deutz. Let's see, that was back here if I remember right. We left it hooked up to the wagon. pigs are coming along. How is our animals doing for food? The pigs are starting to get down there. They still have a little bit. Horses have a little bit yet. And chickens are starting to get there as well. What we'll probably do... Oh no, we got hail. Take shelter. How long is this supposed to last for? About 4 o'clock it says. Oh, maybe to 1700 they go every other, so you can't really tell. Oh, looks like it's starting to go away, maybe? No, it's still hailing. We might just have to take our chances. We have no cabbed vehicle here. Tractor. That's something we need. Let's take a look at some of the sales while we chill for a bit. As far as a tractor upgrade, I wanted to go for the Farmall. It's 30,000. And if we could get the higher horsepower, I think it's insane, 100,000 for that. So it cost us 130,000. Pretty steep. What's the second? There is no second. It's just that, or it's 95 or 300. We could just buy the 95 and then upgrade it later. You can do it as a trike. Or the wide. It's got a cab too. But I kind of like it without a cab. It'll take a little while before we get to there. I suppose what we could do is get some of the animals fed with the skid steer. While we wait for the weather to clear up. Bring this around to the shed. And then we can get the planter. And start. Oh man, it is really coming down. Probably gonna get some destroyed crops. Oh, can we get out of here? We're gonna have to move the cultivator. This could probably really sit outside. There's really nothing to it. If it gets banged up, so be it. And where do we set it? Put it back here, maybe? By the junk pile? Hopefully nobody mistakes it for junk. Yeah, we are getting pelted here. This is not good. We'll get back in under some protection here. Poor cows. Okay, yeah, it's actually, this takes fertilizer too. We kind of wanted to stick with our organic fertilizer, I think, for this series. We'll save a lot of money doing that. Let's see, we wanted to do corn. Get that set. There we go. Hopefully it lasts a while. Okay, we'll just set this here, get ready. Yeah, she's really coming down out here. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna get in the skid steer without getting pelted here, because we do have a roof on this. And we'll get some animal feed to our chickens, and then we'll also go ahead and hit the pigs, I guess, while we wait. Might as well do something while you're doing nothing. Great man once said that. But I think we should be able to... Yeah, it's not going to take one bag even. We'll get the closer one here. Might have to drag it a little bit. Whoa. That's a heavy bag. I believe this is the trigger. There we go. They're taking it. Excellent. They are completely full. This will actually last us quite a while. The store does have some individual bags for sale as well, which is what we'd switch to. But if we keep our barley, we just feed them from the field too. But we got so much chicken feed here. This is very convenient too, having the bags. Yeah, if we look in the store and then we go to chicken feed, see they got these individual bags. They're very nice. We get the chicken feed. One bag, it's 50 liters. It's 1,000. So 750 is what they would take every time if we run them empty. That's like that much feed. But they also have some bundles like this. I don't know if you can cut these open or if you just... These are actually liftable, I think. We could easily stack these on the truck and... What's one stack? 250, so to get 750 would be 3 stacks. But if we can lift them by hand, that'd be kind of nice. We'll definitely need some road salt here when we get some bad winter weather. Okay, we'll head down to the pig pen. We'll get them topped up. Hopefully the the hail does let up. A little ridiculous. Yeah, it just barely handles it. There's definitely some big bags. Well, they took that like it was nothing. I think what we'll do is fill them up. If they take all the bags, so be it. We'll do a little time lapse here and let's get them fed. I didn't quite take that whole ass of that bag. But they are full. Shouldn't have to worry about them. How are the horses? Yeah, they could use more too, but they're not really eating that much, so I'm not too worried about it. How many pigs do we have? 5, 10, 15. And this pen holds how much? 39. Wow, that's a lot. We can sell at 24 months. We still got a little while yet on them. But they are reproducing like crazy. Yeah, the food bill could be astronomical. It definitely took a lot. It looks like the hail has finally stopped. Thankfully. I think we'll try to get some seeding in, but the day is getting short on us as well. Yeah, I'd like to kind of get it done because we want to get some... Well, we're going to have to get some fertilization done yet here before the end of April. Cows are decent, right? They're running low on water. We could probably do that tomorrow. I do want to get out and get some planting done. It is getting dark. We'll have to work into the night. It's just the way it goes. Hopefully this tractor can handle this planter. We don't really know. Kind of a tight door here. Very tight. There you go, it just hit the door. Nonetheless, we are out the door. Head on down to our field. The last field that doesn't have anything planted on it. We got to kind of choose when we inherited the farm. It was just plowed up. It didn't have any crop in it. We'll do corn so we can use the corn header, get a little use out of that. Let's see. There goes the sun. Yeah, we're definitely going to be working into the dark on this one. Looks like it should be set up nicely here for this. Let's do manual. Okay, so... Is this passive? This must be passive. Can't really turn it on. See if it's working. Indeed it is. Yeah, so it says our pH is bad too, but we were kind of up and down with that. We will have to get some more nitrogen. It's 200 it wants. Holy moly, that's a lot. Yeah, we're going to use the manure and then the slurry. It's probably going to be quite the task. I don't know if we'll have to go twice or how that's going to work with precision if I just use more. But we need a lot of fertilizer for this. Seems like this tractor's handling it alright. A little slow down there, but... I think once we get the headland done here, we'll be able to pick up pretty nicely. I think this winter we might do some logging. We'll have to buy actually, we do have a chainsaw in the shed. And then we could sell those logs. We'll have to see if there's anywhere to sell them on the map. I assume there is. We're definitely going to be working into the night on this one. Okay, first headland done here. And then we'll see how this handles. On the rest of it here. We could always take a nap at some point here and get the rest of this in the morning. We don't have to finish it, because we have another day yet in the month. Okay, let's get at her. We have pushed through the night. We got her all done. Yeah, there is some good spots with pH. Nitrogen, again, is bad. We'll get to tomorrow. And then we'll see how this spreading goes. We do got to get that hay baled up as well. There we go. Wrong button. Okay. Let's get back home. And we'll get some rest. As we'll put the planter back where it was. I kind of don't like how close everything is to the... Well, it's so tight to get in here. I'm going to see if we can configure it to get without the ridge markers. I got to move that truck in order to do that. Just in the way. Hopefully we can get rid of them. I'm not absolutely sure. Planting markers, there we go. No. Perfect. Well, that should help us get in and out of the doors a lot easier. Be nice to get some lights in this shed. Maybe we should think about investing in that. Pretty dark in here. Probably doing a lot of night work on this series. There we go. Really, that truck might actually be better if we put it over in this shed over here. That might be a better spot for it. I don't want to get all this stuff moved out of here. Oh, we had this fertilizer. I forgot about this. We should have put that in there. Burn that up and then use the natural stuff. Right over my head that went. We got a mulcher wagon. We're going to get a different thrower. Well, let's go ahead and take a nap, and then we'll see what we got tomorrow. Our cow's health has dropped. We got to get them with water. And the pigs, how are they doing on water? They're pretty efficient on water, unlike the cows. We'll get them taken care of. Let's see this truck. I guess we'll just park it in the shed for now. We're gonna have to get that, almost should call that a garage over there, cleaned out a little bit and put stuff in different areas. And then we could park this truck in there. It'd be a good spot for it, I think. Alright. That's right, we needed to purchase a water trailer. We haven't did that yet, because we're kind of waiting. Maybe one would come up in the sales. It has not. Yeah, so if we go to the barrels and then... I mean, this, we could configure our slurry tank, but that's just not right. We'll get the little one, 5,000. That's really not that bad. Rim color. Chrome is way too nice. We'll do the white. Let's see, do you think it would require a license plate? Probably. In this town? Yeah, it would. Okay, our first purchase. Again, we didn't want it to be a water tank, but it is what it is. And we can actually take the car down and go grab that. Because it is just a regular hitch, which is very nice. We can at least go out for a little cruise before we get on everything. Here we are. The water trailer. We'll probably stop at the pond too. Let me see where this is. We'll probably stop at the pond and then we'll get some water. There we go. Excellent. We are attached. Remember earlier this year we put in a road going down to the pond area where it's a hard to see with the grass growing here, but I knew it was right across from the driveway here. There it is. Starting to get overgrown. You can barely see it. Hopefully we don't get stuck down here in our car. Okay, so we should be able to back her in. We can see. Here we go. Is that good? Nope, a little closer. There we go. We are there. See how good the car can get out of this ditch. And it's raining, so... Oh, look at that. It actually handles it better than the tractor. Could use our car to keep filling. Even the cows looking like, what are you doing? Okay, so they're gonna take... Was it 2 or 3 of these? There's one. Like 2.5. So we'll grab 2 more. And then we'll top the rest up, or we'll put the extra into the pig farm. All right. We got ourselves a new water trailer. That was very exciting. We'll get this back. I think we got time to get started. We are running low on time. We'll get started on some fertilization. I think we'll do the... Well, we got to figure out what the slurry is going to cost us. Otherwise, we got the manure over here we could start picking up. This is all stuff pre-purchased. It's laying here. I mean, there's a lot here we could get without running over the crop. I'm a little concerned about that. Actually, it's probably a good idea to do the manure. That way we're not wasting money buying slurry right now. So we'll grab the... I don't know what the requirement was for this manure trailer. 20 horsepower, so really anything should be able to handle it. As long as the load's not too heavy for it. Maybe we'll do the... Let's do the Deutz. And then we'll have to get the skid steer. See, there is a manure fork over here. We'll get one load filled and then spreaded. We'll see how it goes. And then I think that we'll call it there for the episode. A very old manure spreader. I'm not even sure how much it holds. See, it's the best way to set this up. I suppose if we could kind of jackknife here a little bit. Yeah, once this barley gets picked, it'll be a lot easier. We almost need to have a better place for manure piles. I suppose we could probably quit planting over here too. Set the fork there. We'll have to wait for the... We'll do the baling on the next episode as well. We're gonna have a lot of work to do. We got 2 fields to get fertilized. And then we have to get that field baled. And then we're gonna have to get that grass field lime too, I believe. Well, maybe the lime was fine. Again, if we don't get to it, we don't get to it. It's whatever we can afford to do and go from there. 714 liters here. We'll get her filled up. So it looks like we barely filled it. Oh, it's a decent amount. Took a few times back and forth, but we have a load. Still got a decent sized pile. We'll see how far this gets us. Got 6,000 liters in here. And again, hopefully it gets through most of the field. We'll see if it detects any of the nitrogen, the precision farming. Trying to think if we should start in the end or just go in the middle. Let's do the end. It's only proper. It looks like a nice working with there too. Maybe something like that. Okay. We are locked in. Let's get to the end of the field. I'm really hoping this lasts. Okay. Here we go. We are spreading. Yeah, this might actually last. I think I'm liking this. We might almost get through. Think we get there the whole field? No way. Got a nice working with, though. I will give it that. We'll have to see what the levels are at after we get this ran down, because I have a feeling it's not doing our complete required, but that's fine. We could just do, you know, one, maybe another fertilization later if we get downtime to do it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think this is going to work out very well. It took us a little while to fill it, but we are making some progress on the field. About a third of it left. There we go. And then we'll run down the side here. Get this last little bit here used up. And then we'll see what our results are. This is working out better than I thought it would have. Not bad at all. Bam. Let's check it out. So it is at, well, 140, 155. So actually we got quite a bit out of it. 165 here. Let's take a look at the map. Nitrogen. It's way better than what it was. Yeah, we could decide if we want to do another one later on or just call it good. I mean, it's not really too bad. We might just call it good right there. Okay, I'm going to run this back to our fill point, and then I guess we'll pick up there on the next episode, continue with this, and then we'll also get that baling done. Maybe take a guess on how many bales we're going to get. Maybe, if I had to guess, what? 3? Maybe 3 if I had to guess. They're going to be the small bales, by the way, the smallest ones you could do. So maybe 5 wouldn't be out of the question either if they're the small ones. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.